How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Murphy Street Podcast. I'm the host of the show, Murphy. Rules on Murphy Street is simple, always the same. Shoes and slippers at the door. Come inside and let's talk story. Sorry, I had to get that pillow out of the way, but it's good to see you guys again. Good to be back here to talk about some of our favorite stuff. Today we'll talk about Ahsoka, the drop date, and what I'm looking forward to. And that's on Disney Plus. Since we're in Disney Plus, we'll talk about the Secret Invasion. Didn't know that was happening, or I knew, but I forgot. And we'll also talk about two movie titles that the MCU dropped out of its lineup for 2025. So let's get started. So first up, Ahsoka's release date. Now that was an article that came out just the other day, finally solidifying the date that we are going to get to watch this amazing looking show, Ahsoka, on Disney Plus, and that'll premiere on August 23rd, 2023. Now here we go. I'll give you the synopsis. This is a StarWars.com article written by the StarWars.com team that says, set after the fall of the Empire, Ahsoka will follow the former Jedi Knight Ahsoka Tano as she investigates an emerging threat to a vulnerable galaxy. Now that's cool and on. I appreciate that. I mean, it gets me a little excited as far as watching Ahsoka. But really what we want to hear is we follow Ahsoka as she goes to find Ezra Bridger and fights Grand Admiral Thrawn on the way. Like, that's what we really want to hear. But it's cool, you got to build the mystery, and in case people don't know those names, which you should, there's a pretty cool cast of characters, and although we got a little tease of Ghost Squad with the season 3 of The Mandalorian when we saw Zeb, we get to see the rest of them here. No confirmation on Zeb in Ahsoka, but you gotta assume that he'll be in there. But here's some of the characters, obviously, other than Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka, who is awesome and very much look forward to seeing her. Here's a list of characters that I want to talk about. If you checked it out on my TikTok, I went through the bad guys, and I'm going to give you the full lineup of people that I'm excited to see coming up in this show. So we got Natasha Liu, first of all. Natasha Liu Bordizzo as Sabine Wren. I don't really like the look of that Sabine Wren, but I'm sure it'll get better. So we'll be optimistic for that. Well, Diane Lee Inosanto as Morgan Elsbeth, and we've seen her before in, I believe it was season 2 of The Mandalorian, where she actually fought Ahsoka, and she was the lady that had the Beskar spear. Now, I'm guessing her role in the show is to get us to Grand Admiral Thrawn in order to get us to Ezra Bridger. Next is probably one of the coolest looking guys, and just mainly because he kind of reminds me of Ram Kola. I'd be surprised if he, in an interview, didn't say that he actually played the Force Unleashed, and wasn't inspired by that Ram Kola character, because he looks it, he embodies it very much so. So it says Ray Stevenson as Baylan Skoll. Baylan Skoll was a Force-sensitive human male, former Jedi Knight, who survived the Great Jedi Purge and became a mercenary during the New Republic era. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera Syndulla. Hera Syndulla is a female Twi'lek. She is the captain, pilot of the freight ship, the Ghost, and the owner of the astromech droid known as Chopper. Most happy and excited to see Chopper. Now, next we have Ivana Sakno as Shin Hati. Now, she's on my list of bad guys, and again, I'm completely guessing. She could just be like a rogue Jedi, and she is also one that has a orange-red lightsaber. So I don't know if it's orange-red or red-orange, because is it more red? Like, is that supposed to be the dark side? Who knows? I have her as a dark sider, so. Speaking of Ezra Bridger, we have Imani Esfandi as Ezra Bridger. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering what to expect from Ezra Bridger, especially if you've never seen the character before, if we're going to keep it in the Disney realm, the easiest way to describe him would be like a Star Wars version of Aladdin. So probably one of the bigger names that everybody's been waiting for is Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's going to be portrayed by Lars Mikkelsen. Grand Admiral Thrawn is a big character, especially in the Expanded Universe series. We'll do a podcast following every single episode of the Ahsoka series. And remember, it's August 23rd on Disney Plus. All right, you guys, that'll wrap up the episode. Now, for those of you guys who are watching on my YouTube, this is a shirt done by Pancho Avalos. As you can see, this is the Mandalorian and his Jordan 6, Travis Scott's Jordan 6s. And this is why Pancho is one of my favorite artists, in case you guys haven't seen any of my coverage on him yet in any of my things. But I love the fact that he puts all of our Marvel characters, anime characters, Star Wars characters in J's. I'm a J guy. That's part of my culture. It's part of every part of me. So that's why I am a big, huge Pancho Avalos fan. You can always check him out and his products out at panchoavalos.com. But in